In my last video, I got a request to show you guys how you combine both spin and power to allow yourself to hit through the shot and drive those ground strokes. So there's a couple tips that I'm going to recommend today that are going to help you with your ground stroke and driving it through. Let's take a look at the forehand side first. Your forehand, you're going to make sure you will have it in the semi-western. A lot of people use continental, but I'd recommend semi-western. That's more of a modern forehand that'll allow you to get more spin. So you load up as normal. You want to have your racket to the side. Imagine that there's an imaginary fence to the right of you if you're right-handed that you're setting up to every time. I'll show you that. Start here in the middle, set up to the right. Imaginary fence. Imaginary fence with both hands, okay? So your left hand is going to be against it, and your racket's going to be against it as well. So with that set up to the side, you're going to now take it back. There's a fence right here, and then also imagine that there's a fence behind you. So take it to the side, and the back fence right here. Now, on this back fence, you see how I turned right here and I turned there? A lot of the time people, they will turn here and then go up really high. I don't want that. Instead, you turn to the side here and you turn back to your imaginary fence behind you, but still keep it at the same level as your head. Show you that again. Boom, boom. You can do it a little slightly above, but not too high, okay? Boom, boom. You see that's a little bit above my head? That's okay. That's okay. So, that's your take back. Boom, boom, back here. And then now, you're going to let your racket drop. Let it drop through, make contact out in front of you, and then finish to the side right here. I'll show you that again. Imaginary fence number one, imaginary fence number two, drop, contact, through. So, you might be asking, what does this have to do with driving the ball? I'm showing you technique. See, technique drives the shot. Technique, without the proper technique, you can be making contact correctly, but the ball won't be driven. Now, very important that you drive through when you make contact. That when you make contact, your arm comes all the way through. See, a lot of people, they stop here and then they brush up. Okay? See, a lot of people come from here, brush up, and then they stop their racket right when they hit. They don't allow it to just drive all the way forward. That's very important. That's going to allow you to push the ball forward, get more pace on the ball, and a lot flatter. So I went over your forehand. That's how you drive your forehand. That's the technique you want to have. That's the technique I have learned, and that's the technique that I teach to all my students. And it's a very modern forehand. You'll see all the pros do a similar forehand, especially Djokovic. Gets the racket back all the way, lets his body do the work. I hope this video added some value to your game, and if it did, leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below for other tips you'd like to see. Thanks, guys.